So in this video, we're going to be watching MREs. What do soldiers eat? So, any further delay? Strap on in. Let's get into it.
Modern military rations, from the tin can to the MRE. In 1795, during the French Revolution, the French government was concerned about the problems they were having feeding their army. They offered a 12,000 franc prize for anyone who could come up with a new method of food preservation.
Wow.
It would be 15 years before the prize was finally claimed in 1810 by Nicolas Appert, a maker of fruit conserves. By 1804, Appert had worked out that multiple foodstuffs could be preserved for months or even years if they were placed in an absolutely airtight glass container and then heated in boiling water for several hours. Although he had discovered the technique behind canning production, Appert's choice of container never really became widespread, as glass was simply too heavy and prone to breakage. The inventor of the tin can was Philippe Girard in 1810. However, it was Brian Duncan, John Hall, and John Gamble who would allow it to become available to the masses, from feeding the Royal Navy to even later Arctic expeditions. Girard had asked a London broker, Peter Durand, to patent his process, and it was bought for £1,000 by Duncan, Hall, and Gamble in 1812. Duncan then set up another company with his business associates and established the first major commercial canning plant at Fort Place, Bermondsey, in 1813. This firm was to later merge with the now familiar company of Cross and Blackwell. America's canning industry was considerably slower to take off, and the new technology.
Damn, that's crazy. Like, military was so desperate, they actually put up like a little prize pool to see who can actually come up with a good solution to preserve food. Yeah, that's insane.
Rev.
Oh, hey, Moon. Well, come on in just in time. Again,
Yeah,
how
I
you
just came
doing?
in history class.
I know, right? The type of history you didn't learn in the classroom. Yeah, freaking amazing how freaking everything started off with glass that then transitioned into tin cans. And basically, you were shit out of luck if the food was left out. That's crazy.
Yeah, damn.
But how the DVD shenanigans been?
It's been fun playing both Killer and Survivor of Phoenix. It was fun. Yeah, because that one that I posted in the DV chat, I was like, I was laughing so hard. I said, dude, I just literally just load into a match. This is my first match. I'm already dealing with people that want Leon. I'm like, bro, I just got on.
Nah, like what? Like pause. How the heck did you attract the freaking Tozy Gooters and the freaking just goopy goobers all around in the freaking
I don't
DVD
know.
space? How in
I
that
guess
one
that's
moment did you do that?
well, I mean, first it was, I remember, you remember the Sable shenanigans I had to deal with, and then
Oh
now
yeah,
I just play Leon. See, I play Leon. You know that he got the suit cosmetic, so I was wearing the suit
yeah,
cosmetic. So I guess that's what attracted them to me. 'Cause
bruh,
I was wearing the suit,
like that's just fucking crazy. I'm like,
and
damn,
people's already wants to do some freaky things. It's called Freaky by Daylight at this point.
Freaky Bright Daylight, yeah.
I mean, bro, I was not expecting that.
I don't think anybody usually does. Like first thing they see is just
No.
like two freaking people talking about toadies and freaking all sorts of stuff. Like it's like, bruh, I'm just trying to play a game. Keep your toady fetishes to yourself, please.
Yeah, I was literally just I was literally just laughing. I mean, I was just talking to Phoenix, just there having a conversation, and then I just happened to look over my chat. Someone calling me out and then saying that. I was like, dude, no, I just got
Bruh.
on.
I just got on. Can we save the toe fetishes for later when it hits the 12 o'clock moment? Like, at least
After
let's get
dark.
at
It's
least
not
until
after
it's
dark yet, and then somebody's already in their shenanigans. Like, bro,
somebody
what are we on?
Somebody already turned on after dark mode in their side of the screen. It's just like, damn,
Yeah.
brother. In case you haven't known, you have to hit 12 o'clock exactly for after dark. Like, what the
And then those
flip?
two people was literally saving me with the flashlights too. They were like rescuing me left and right. Like, oh, there's no way they're actually rescuing me.
Oh my
As soon as I
goodness.
go down, they come to save me too. That was funny.
That's crazy. You know what? Don't question it. Don't question it. Let them
No,
let them have the
no, I'm
fetish. Just don't
lying. I
question it.
want. I mean, if they're gonna if they're gonna save me after saying all that, I'm totally fine.
Like, damn.
So I'm not
Hey,
questioning it. Like, all right, if everyone gets saves,
I might as well. Let me see here. Alrighty, but are you ready to learn a little bit more history?
oh
Moonlight.
yeah, definitely. Phoenix,
Alrighty.
good to see ya.
Phoenix! Welcome on in. Just in time. We're about to freaking get into the shenanigans of what the military did with their meals back in the day. The food shenanigans. So you came in just in time. Alright. So we got some Civil War or freaking colonial shenanigans in their
Yep.
what I presume to be stew, bean stew. So see what else they freaking got into their mouths.
Technology was not adopted into military use for some time. The American Civil War, fought between the years 1861 and 1865, did see some canned goods being made, available to certain sections of Union soldiers. These were only available on a small scale, however, and didn't form a major element of the common rations.
There
This
we
all
go.
began to change in the late 1800s, when the U.S. military started to provide its soldiers with individual ration packs. The first version of these was named the 1878 Travel Ration. It was
Travel
specifically
ration.
designed for use when the soldiers were in transit, and so it was designed to be both small and compact and easy to eat in a short amount of time. Importantly, it contained both canned meat and vegetables. In 1896, this version was followed by an emergency ration, which consisted of canned chocolate cakes, meat and flour cakes, as well as dried bread. As the name
Damn.
would suggest, this was only designed for emergency scenarios and would only keep a soldier fed for a limited amount of time. It also was only to be opened on the orders of an officer.
Bruh. Open at the orders of an officer? What? If I'm
Right?
hungry, I'm gonna rip that bag open and eat it. Okay. I think I might have been okay during this time. I think a lot of us might have, but when it came down to that, like needing to eat, like, damn. No, I'm gonna eat that shit. Like, it may just be
Right?
bread, but that bread gonna be saving my life. Like, what the heck?
Hmm.
He does not look like it. I know, right? Like, freaking this guy over, like, literally look at the face. This guy is like literally begging, like, sir, I done 3 triathlons. I took out probably maybe 20 enemy combatants, and you're telling me I can't eat it? And this guy's just like, no. Put that shit back in your satchel and wait for my orders, damn it. Wait until I say you can eat it. Oh, I
Right?
imagine back then some of them were probably dicks and just like literally told them to hold off on purpose. Now I don't know. We didn't live in that
Right?
time. I don't have a time machine, so I can't verify that. But I imagine some scenarios played like that, though. That's gotta suck.
By World War I, canned goods now made up the bulk of the standard U.S. military
Oh, we're
ration.
in World War
Throughout
One.
the war, the U.S. Army used 3 basic ration types, these being the iron ration, the trench ration, and the reserve rations. The iron ration was an emergency ration consisting of 3 3-ounce cakes made from beef bouillon powder and parched and cooked wheat. These
Damn.
came along with 3 1-ounce bars of chocolate and small packets of salt and pepper.
Oh,
All of the items were sealed in a small tin can and were easily carried in a soldier's kit. The trench ration consisted of various canned meats and fish, which were sealed in a large tin crate and covered in canvas. This, to some extent, protected the contents from contamination in
Oh,
the case
shit.
of a gas attack.
fish.
The third variant, the reserve ration, was far more substantial than the others. It contained meat, usually corned beef or sometimes fresh bacon, 2 cans of hard bread, otherwise known as hardtack, a few packets of coffee, salt and sugar, and finally a small cigarette ration. This often
And free
provided the
cigarettes? Let's
soldiers
go.
with a short but well-needed morale boost. The period between world wars allowed the U.S. Army to develop a more comprehensive set of rations, having learnt during World War I what had worked well and what could be improved upon. The process of refining the rations continued throughout World War II. Over the period of the conflict, 5 standard rations were utilized, as well as several highly specialized ones that were designed for use in specific geographical areas. These included the jungle and mountain rations. The 5 main rations used were the A ration, a garrison ration that was fresh, refrigerated, or frozen food that was prepared in the cookhouse or a field kitchen.
Yeah, I know about this one.
The B ration, a field ration that was prepared using any type of canned food. The K ration, an individual ration used by fast-moving assault troops and only designed for short-term use. The D ration, which was an emergency ration that contained a concentrated chocolate bar that was specially designed to have a high calorie content. The resulting bar was so hard that soldiers often had to use a knife to shave slices off of it rather than simply taking a bite and risk damaging their teeth.
Damn.
Then there was the C ration. This was arguably the most famous U.S. military ration, and one that formed the basis of military rations for the next few decades. It consisted of pre-cooked and ready-to-eat individual canned meals, and a daily ration contained 6 cans, of which 3 were M units, or meat rations, and 3 were B units, or bread and dessert.
What would you pick, Moon, if you had to eat one of these? I'm going with this one, the meat and vegetable stew. That'd probably be my go-to. Which one
I
would
think
you
that
want?
one sounds. I think the meat one too. It sounds good.
The meat and vegetable stew?
Yeah,
Yeah, because
I don't mind that one.
meat and beans, I've already been through that phase. Never again. Literally never again. Never again. Like, it
I'm
seems
good on
good.
that.
It seems good
I'm
on
good on that.
paper,
No thanks.
but to be honest, it tastes like ass. I mean, unless if you're able to just add a shit ton of flavoring to it, it tastes like ass.
Mm,
This
No,
one,
I won't even go mess with it in general. No, I'm good.
nah, no thank you. No mama's way. No mama's way. And then the hash, I really didn't really have any meat and vegetable hash before, but I imagine it's like it's like a meh. I definitely see the onions and the salt and pepper, so that's already a plus. But the puree, I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know about
Mm,
that. I think the stew would probably do it for me. And then yeah, you got your desserts and all that, obviously. So that's a plus.
right.
The original menu was only limited to 3 options for the main course, these being meat and beans, meat and vegetable stew, and meat and potato stew. The B
Ooh, meat and
unit, or
potato stew
bread and
sounds good.
dessert section, contained high-calorie crackers, energy and sugar tablets, and beverage mixes, either coffee, bouillon powder, or a synthetic lemon drink.
Nah, coffee for
By the
me.
end of the war, several alterations had been made to the C ration. More variety was added to the M units, including meat and spaghetti, and chicken and vegetable dishes.
Chicken and vegetables.
Cold drink mixes were also added, and the energy tablets were replaced with a variety of different candies. In addition to food, the C ration also contained an accessory pack that provided soldiers with a few basic necessities. The contents changed over the time the C ration was in use, but included items such as chewing gum, cigarettes, toilet paper, sugar, salt, water purification tablets, a can opener, and matches. In 1958, the C ration began to be phased out and was replaced with the MCI, or Meal Combat Individual. In essence, this was largely just a slightly improved C ration with an additional menu item. In fact, it was so similar that among the troops it continued to be referred to as a C ration. Along with the M unit and B unit, there was now a separate dessert option called the D unit. The MCI was the primary ration issued to troops during the Vietnam War. It was here that the limitations of this type began to present themselves.
Oh
A
shit.
single day's supply for each soldier consisted of a generous 12 cans. This came at a cost, however. They were heavy, noisy, and difficult to pack, meaning that oftentimes men would opt to leave parts of the ration behind and didn't receive their full daily calorie intake that they required to function correctly.
Damn.
The Vietnamese, by contrast, relied on rice as their primary food source, which was comparatively far easier and more lightweight to transport and prepare. The U.S. military's current standard individual field ration, the MRE, or Meal Ready to Eat, was introduced in 1986 and was originally created to tackle the shortcomings of its predecessor, the MCI. MREs are lightweight, easy to carry, and most importantly, don't come packaged in heavy and cumbersome tin cans. Instead, the perishable goods are first thermostabilized and then sealed in a laminate plastic retort pouch. This allows for the goods to remain consumable for very long periods and be able to withstand harsher climates. The MRE was the first ration that was specifically developed with taste
Are
and
you sure
variety
that
in
barbecue?
mind.
Okay.
The military establishment realized that simply providing men with their basic nutritional requirements was often not enough. good quality food that varied in content was recognized as being important for morale, as well as for ensuring that soldiers ate the entire ration, thus meeting their full energy requirements.
Okay.
MREs contained the following key items: a main course, side dishes, crackers or bread, spreads such as jam and peanut butter, candy, dessert,
Ooh.
drink mixes, and seasoning. Just like the earlier rations, there's also an accessory pack which includes basics such as matches, toilet paper, and chewing gum. Since the MRE's introduction, it's remained in a continual state of development, with new menu items being added and unpopular ones discarded. Perhaps the most substantial change to the MRE, though, was in 1990 with the introduction of the flameless ration heater. This is a small pad that produces a chemical exothermic reaction when it comes into contact with water, creating an intense heat to warm up packaged food. This makes it possible for a
Science.
soldier to enjoy a hot meal when out in the field without the risk of an open flame. When the ration was first introduced, there were 12 main courses. This has since been expanded to 24. The
Damn.
new choices include vegetarian options and food from different cultural backgrounds, such as halal options. An example of a current MRE menu is a vegetarian crumble with pasta in taco-style sauce, one
Ooh.
wet pack of fruit, a nutrient bar, peanut butter, crackers, plain nuts, a drink mix, a coffee mix, and a bottle of seasoning, often hot sauce. The modern ration has been
Nice.
refined over many years and various conflicts to be both nutritionally balanced and contain all the calories a soldier requires when in the field, with one MRE bag containing approximately 1,250 calories. In addition to this, the
1,250.
MRE has been designed to fulfill all operational requirements. This means that they remain shelf stable for a minimum of 3 years or 9 months in warmer climates. They are
Damn.
also highly durable and have the ability to survive non-parachute drops of 100 feet and parachute drops of 1,250 feet. With all these elements considered, a soldier can eat a full nutritious meal wherever they find themselves.
Damn, that's actually crazy.
That's interesting.